Hello and welcome to CLMB's Cracked Knuckle Productions. My name is Chris, and this is Project Weyard. I'm a fantasy cartographer and have been playing the Golden Sun games on and off for nearly 20 years now. Project Weyard is simply a cartographical passion project, and once I'm finished with it, I plan on giving people access to a file that will include the finished map of Weyard to use as they please. First, I want to thank everyone who has been participating. This is the fourth and final installment discussing our favorite places in the Golden Sun games, and I have to say, it's been a lot of fun. If you are interested, at the time of my writing this, I finished creating the Synergy item icons, and I'm still working on making the city icons that will be used for the map. By my rough estimate, I have maybe 17% of these city icons completed. When these are done, I still want to label the features of Weyard, add roads, bridges, and do a few other odds and ends, like work on the waterfalls and how I can best depict Gaia Falls. For the next video, perhaps we can talk about our favorite songs, originals, and even remixes for a change of pace. But for now, I want to take a look at your favorite passages from the games and share with you my top 5. On YouTube, Salam Nozales stated, "I always like the passage you take on your way from Madra to Al-Hafra, the Osenia Cliffs, where you see the Champa boat's debris. It's a little bit of simple visual storytelling that shows how Piers obviously isn't tied to them, while foreshadowing that they are likely looking for a boat as well, which then sets up the next conflict, and one of the first difficult bosses of the game in Al-Hafra. It's a simple and sweet selection, and I agree, it makes a wonderful addition to the early part of the game. Eldritch Drax wrote to say that the entrance to Garo is interesting to them in its setup, as it forces you to move the logs to either prevent you from leaving or prevent you from returning. It is an interesting safety measure that the villagers could use to defend if anyone is looking to cause trouble in their village. Furthermore, they speculate that attackers wouldn't be able to flee and spread word about the Gargoyan people with the protection they have in place. Also, if someone is asked to leave or made to leave, they would not be able to sneak back into the village so easily. On Reddit, user T-Sword wrote a few weeks back how they liked Deccan Plateau, simply for the fact that you get to chase around a Djinn and get smashed through the floor by it. I've always thought this was a nice touch to the area, and I wish more Djinn interacted like this. Thank you all for sharing your favorite passages with us and helping me with these past videos. Now, let me share with you my choices for the top 5 passages from the games. Coming in at number 5, Yampi Desert. Watch your step as you trudge through the loose sands within this canyon's maze, which is the Yampi Desert. One wrong step and you risk the wrath of the Desert King's sting and its master, the ancient guardian of fire. Everyone, including you and your party, must make their way through this inhospitable desert to get to Al-Hafra. All other means have been washed away by the Great Wave. At first glance, there isn't a whole lot, but you can forge your own path to some extent by either traveling north towards Al-Hafra or make your way south to Ayers Rock in Garo. If you return here at the end of the game, more secrets await. Unlike the Lamakan and Suhala deserts from Golden Sun, there isn't much of a gimmick to contend against, but I feel that the challenge it offers is just right. Number 4, the Kimbombo Mountains. Upon the death of Kimbombo's former leader, Oeya, the rash and tempestuous Akahubu has stirred up the once respected and peaceful peoples of Kibombo, turning them into aggressors, all so that they can try once again to appease the great Kibomba and win its favor, having failed to do so already. He does this by sending a raiding party to Madra to steal a black orb said to contain great powers. In doing so, he has stirred up a hornet's nest. This orb must be protected at all costs. so that the upcoming ceremony and his ascension to power is not met with failure once again. Akahubu now guards the mountain pass to ensure that no one can stop him and prevent any form of retribution. The first time I played, it took me probably around an hour just to sneak through this place, as I repeatedly saved the game and took my sweet time to pass through the area. This is one of 2 stealth areas in the games, and a nice change of pace from one beat to the next, and I like how it sets up the player's expectations for the entry into Kibombo, as they need to sneak around. For the bronze, Deccan Plateau. Rising up to towering heights is the Deccan Plateau. This formidable passage splits Indra into 2 from north to south, and it lies between you and your quest. To pass over it is no easy feat, as the earthquake and great wave have caused havoc to the geological integrity of the whole passage, and what little remains of human design are now in disrepair. There might not be a whole lot here, to be honest, but its inclusion at the beginning of the game is a really nice addition, and I really liked how the Dijin cannon rules the roost and messes around with you as you chase after it. Like I said already, I wish more of the Dijin in the game were as active as this one. For the silver, that has to go to the Suhala Desert. Watch out as you make your way to the Venus Lighthouse. The winds are biting. With the eruption of Mount Aleph, this graveyard of an ancient civilization now teems with danger. To make your way through the blasting sands that have taken the lives of men is no simple task, and the stakes have been raised as your foe are now racing their way through it. Act quick to settle the tempestuous flurry of sand, lest you be ready to be cast out. Prepare your blade for the battles within. This place can be difficult if you mash through the game's text and don't learn the secrets of the fire swamp, desert. There are a number of secrets hidden within its sands, including one way to get to the game's secret and ultimate boss. For the gold, let's set sail, the Karagol Sea. At the heart of Angara lay the vast and increasingly dangerous Karagol Sea. This inland sea separates the great cities of Tolbi and Calais, and in days past it was known for its peaceful waves. Now those who sail upon it worry about what lurks beneath and a mysterious island within. This place has a lot to offer: an almost mutinous crew, a search for a lost good luck charm, silly tourists, sea monsters of all shapes and sizes, and the possibility of getting your first taste of the game's most dangerous dungeon. And the music. I love the music. Another shout out to Trilling Dragons for your amazing rendition of Set Sail. This has got to be one of my favorite sections from the games, despite the fact that all the navigation is done for you. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch, listen, and contribute to this project. I hope you are all doing well. I'm looking forward to hearing about your favorite musical pieces from the Golden Sun games. Till then, as always, happy world building and blessings.